Welcome all you surfers. We're ready for another really cool, congruent, balanced surf report, and I hope you're ready. Let's see. For those of you who are not familiar with Ophiuchus, it is in the ancient astrological layouts before the tropical was created. So the reason why I'm saying this is, if you're not familiar with that, go look at our beginner's guide, and we're going to show you where this is going to come into play, because Ophiuchus is going to be a part of the sidereal portion of our astrology. Okay. And if you're not familiar with the DreamBot, that would be another good time to look at the beginner's guide. We have three main memes in the collective unconscious. One of them is the most significant anyways. The blue arrow is probably fight, hunt, and mainly yang and achieve. All right, it's go out, seek, kill, maybe not kill, but achieve. So it's a very yang thing. Go get your stuff done, okay? And then the red is a lot more artsy, and it's creative, imagination, magic, beauty, and displayed, and these sorts of things. Okay, and then there's another time thing. We've had a meme about time for, I don't know, about a week now. So we have words like today and continuous and when and stop and time. So it's very time and it's very process oriented, because we have start and we have kept going. So there's kind of a process in there. All right. So achieve or yang, then creativity, and then time or process. Those are our memes that we're looking for. This is the astrology for Monday, 3/25, and lo and behold, we have the moon going into tropical Sagittarius, making a trine with the sun, who's still very close to Chiron, but is a few degrees past and now in Aries. So there is, from the tropical influence, a lot of fire, which really already highlights this fight, hunt, achieve. If Sagittarius, a hunter, Aries is go out and get it done, and don't question yourself, just get it done, kind of thing. And so the achieving thing is very simple here. This is the sun trine moon. It's about 9:36 a.m. and it's a very energy basis here, but it's all balanced. That's a really cool thing about a trine between the sun and the moon. The emotions and so the yin and the yang is very well balanced. And because of the trine into fire signs, you're going to have some yang energy, but the cool thing is you're going to have enough energy to get the stuff that you need to get done. Okay. The energy state is commensurate with what needs to get done. All right. But we also have the creativity piece is still present, because we have Mercury retrograde and Neptune still basically in a conjunction. It's not exact, but it's still there, and it's in Pisces. And that's why this is important. Neptune is the imagination, and Pisces is that sign of creativity. And so that is very prominent as well. All right, let's move into Tuesday. We have a little bit more going on here. In the morning, we're going to go with the moon is going to square up to the Mercury and the Neptune separately. Again, they're separated by about an hour. Those times aren't all that critical, but the moon does move fairly quickly. So, this is going to dissipate by the end of the day, as you'll see later. But 7 to 8 in the morning, this is Central Time. You're going to see these two squares. And so, that could be with like disagreements. You're not able to think clearly. I mean, you've got Mercury retrograde, conjunct Neptune, the dreamy Neptune. So you're going to have illusions, discontent. But it's squared up to the moon. So maybe the past is easier to talk about than the future, or maybe all you can think about is the past, that sort of stuff. And it might be confusing, like kind of surreal, that sort of thing. But by the end of the day, you're going to have Jupiter and Moon conjunct at 9:38 p.m. This is exactly a day and a half later than when the Moon was in a trine to the Sun. Why is that important? Is because we are getting back to pretty much that state that we felt in with the trine between the Moon and the Sun yesterday, i.e. Monday. Okay. Moon conjunct Jupiter it should feel content. It should feel joy. If you were feeling discontent earlier from the square, that should really even out by the end of the day. And on top of that, we're looking at the sidereal. This is why Ophiuchus was mentioned earlier, is because, by the way, Ophiuchus is that really arguably the first healer on the planet in folklore. And it was based on this zodiac sign. It's on the zodiac because it goes through the ecliptic. Not the whole sign, because it's a fairly large sign, but his body, when it comes down and kind of his legs and waist, that goes over the path of the sun. So technically it is part of the zodiac, and it always was, but taken out when they needed an even amount of signs in which to make the tropical version. All right. But anyway, what's in Ophiuchus also is the galactic center. And so with Jupiter being very much a timely type of alignment, Moon aligned conjunct with Jupiter, we're looking at good fortune, good timing. Everything is working out synchronistically, but at the galactic center. So it's almost like a reset time. It's almost like you walk through a new portal into the same life, but in a different kind of, setting, if you will, or a new time. It's like time starts over. You get a second chance, second wind, that kind of stuff. And that's where the time and process comes in, because everything starts over. And it's almost like you get to walk through a new door. All this confusion, that's past. That was earlier in the day. And this is free willy. This is going into no other big alignments. I mean, the next day, Wednesday, there's a couple squares. There's also some sextiles coming up that, depending on what the collective unconscious is seeing, this is it. And it's very positive, and it's kind of like a reset button. So let's get into the solution. Now, going back to yesterday, we had in sidereal, we have these two components of the trine in water signs. So Pisces and Scorpio. And that actually works. A lot of people lump in Scorpio and Ophiuchus together, but this is really significant to me, particularly seeing the run up in the collective unconscious. It wouldn't let go for the past week. And I think this is a bigger deal than people probably don't even recognize until now, thank you to the collective dreamers. But it is a time of reset. And I think most of us are ready for kind of a reset, at least in the process of life, taking a breather. Yesterday on Monday, you had that kind of, fire, the tropical fire, and get it done kind of stuff. But we can combine Scorpio and Ophiuchus together into our solution. Ophiuchus being more of the energy healer. He was the snake bearer, but he loves trying new things, hates the standard routine, and so challenges the status quo. Great sense of humor. Now, on the other hand, Scorpio, if we want to go that route, or if you want to go just the watery signs of Scorpio and Pisces together, we're back to the feeling, the emotions. And, I don't fault you for that. I'm kind of tired of that. And I would like to do a little bit of Ophiuchus. It's a smaller segment of our solution-based zodiac. So let's give it a try. If you're with me, let's, now that we got to talk about the downsides of Ophiuchus, because he was very impulsive. He was very boastful, very, very prideful about his capabilities. He became very jealous. He had trust issues. So these are the things we really want to minimize, and we want to accentuate the trying new things. That's very time and process reset oriented. Using a great sense of humor gives you the ability to take life not so heavily and so seriously. And so taking a load off, having everything just very straightforward, learning the language and arts, so not being so scientific, but kind of going with the flow. So with that in mind, let's go look at the social media posts that are going out tomorrow. It's about opening new doors. But here's the deal. The only exception is where Jupiter is in your chart. So for example, in my chart, doors do seem to open naturally for me. But I think in this case, the opportunity is more yang, as we saw with the collective dreambot. You have to go open those doors. You're not going to have the universe just, lazily open the doors for you, at least in this segment of time. I think it's the yang, and I think it's going after those doors and finding the new life that you have been waiting for, going ahead and doing it. And you get a rare opportunity, and that's on Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening-ish, because the moon does transit fairly fast, for you to start opening those new doors, or that new door. So this is, the next one is Interzension, the current energy playbook. So these suggestions here, the do's and don'ts, are about Ophiuchus and its strengths and weaknesses. Do open your new doors, seek your passion, and drop the limiting rule sets that you've been living in your life that are keeping you from being on the path that you want to be on. And then don't just sit around and wait for the doors to open. Don't procrastinate. And for sure, don't boast and be prideful when good things come to your life and those doors do open, right? Bring everything, including the opportunity to open these doors, with a healthy amount of gratitude. Okay? Gratitude being a choice. All right. I think that's it for today. We'll see you again on Tuesday. And I want everybody to have a wonderful 2 days. Until then, till next time.